In Quick Smart, and I don't mean the TV show with the phone shoe and the cone of silence and all that good stuff. I think Steve Carroll, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're getting this one underway. We're in the game.
Video,
no shame.
Games, absolutely no shame. Team Spirit need to bring the pain. Coming down B lane. Crad with a smoke, gonna be insane, wonderful. Dual Berettas, and dead. Jerry, only the one. It's not bad for the defense. Magix falls out of dark, concedes the control and the sight. So Zorti and Crad, numbers disadvantage. They're coming in from the 3 different entrance points into this B bomb site retake. I don't see a kit. There might be one idle. But we're off to the races. Zorti's so blind. He should be dead, but a very clean Glock duel. And Crad eliminates Magix. A single click. Can Siren do anything with his armored dual Berettas? Oh, they can double peek him. This is really not easy. Well played. Turning it around, and again, it's Zorti, whose name we're saying an awful lot of. 3 kills in the pistol.
And that has to be one of the most miserable ways to start this map if you're Team Spirit, considering the way that Mirage just ended.
How many bodies did they have on B there?
Right?
Like,
this is the thing, right? You come on in here, you think you have a decent pistol, you lose 2 players on the way in the door, and, well, yeah, look at this one. It's just not looking good at all, is it? And I love this double elevation swing there. One from lower, one from upper on the platform position. It was tidy. But Spirit, they've got to wake themselves up and get back into this series here. And it might start with this force buy. You can see plenty of 5-7s. 3 in total. 2 deagles, a couple of smokes, and a very audacious jump there from Chopper.
Nice way to get the info, though.
Yeah, I'm curious with how the meta's shifting on Anubis, right? Because you see some teams will throw the B-side dark smoke, and then they will just stroll on in through
like the
canal.
keto smoke.
Yeah, and you don't, and they'll throw that from spawn, so you don't have to worry about too much. You know, if they're in there, you can take that fight. Otherwise, they have to respect the smoke and play behind it and have no information at all. So that's a mid pressure. That's been very vogue.
I do like that a lot, yeah. And the CTs will drop their smoke. I think that was the only one. No Wonderful's equipped with a second, should they require it. But about that 60-second mark and a bit of a mother's meeting here in Darkroom. 3 members of forZe about to play the fade. Zorti and Crad to pincer it.
I like this from forZe because they put so much pressure towards middle. Spirit can't rotate through middle, but if they want to back up A, if they're really scared, they have to go all the way around through CT spawn and beach, which means, well, the rotation back is going to be just as arduous. But Magix, you can't fluff your lines like that. A couple of shots go awry. Jerry will pick up the opener, and Crad, look at this push.
He's feeling himself. Feel him up, feel him out. Oh, wonderful, lovely. On the Desert Eagle. Smokes are up. Bomb is down. Going to be very hard to retake. But every time we said that in the first half, Spirit managed to pull off a miraculous, flawless retake of the site. Siren already clearing rugs, though, at this time in this juncture. I'm not sure how useful he's going to be.
Yeah, hold on to the goodies, I think. Do the double dip. Have a go in the next round of play. Wonderful will be able to drop the Mac 10 or the Deagle to Magix. So everybody will be equipped with an upgrade coming into the next round of play.
I do love me some Anubis.
It's nice, isn't it?
I mean, I do, like, the more we watch Pro CS and the more I play it, the more I become cognizant that there is very limited CT options. Well, all you have to do is be asked to be responsible for middle in a half, and you just sit there going, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, as soon as you get pressured, as soon as you get pushed back.
Oh,
Siren, man. Siren, man. You could have had a 5-7, man. Now you're going to have nothing.
Could have had Kevlar, man.
Ah, dear. No, but I'm curious how that is solved. And I wonder if it is just time, and people will come up with different rallies of utility and timings to take space on the map on the CT side, because it isn't easy, right? But look, if a team is pressuring mid, how many players are they using to do it? If we're using 2 to 3 players, okay, well, what does that mean? Is there 1 player bow and 1 player outside B? Yeah. Are those fights that you can try to isolate, right? Even though the mid guy is responsible for mid control, if he relays the fact that right now, if Patsy comes around the corner, right, and he had vision, he goes, there's 3 mid. He goes, all right. Whoa, Patsy.
Hey, mate.
Whoa.
Okay. Wow, Siren does manage to make good on the promise with just the P250. So there's mid, successfully defended.
Okay, trouble now.
And this is my favorite. Yeah, seeing that early B info. Magix can just stay there or continue to flank, but he's got a lot of space now. So on the A site, you can see the pressure towards Siren. He hasn't called for aid, but it's going to be pretty readily available with Wonderful and Armored Mac 10 if he gets into that close angle.
Wonderful will take first contact here, most likely.
So Siren to peek off of the contact, a nice kill, and dead. Assault, supported by Zorte, into the site, and still Siren with this naked P250 has managed to get so much work done. He's actually handed Magix a handleable 1v1.
Zorte in another clutch?
He's going to get it, isn't he? He's actually no idea. Hasn't rushed the plant. He was desperate for info. He knows it's likely just a USP. Oh, Zorte, the closer for forZe.
Really well played, right? He understands how much time he has available. Why rush the plant? Let's see if he peeks me. He doesn't know what's going on. He's not in my face right now. He's jumping, he's spotting, he's jiggling, and he's winning yet another round. He has been absolutely magnificent in these 1vx scenarios here as Zorte, and that's a banger from patsy. Sure, this one from Siren as a follow-up is great as well, but it's just not enough. Zorte and Result survive the onslaught on towards the B-bomb site.
That's the most successful Team Spirit defense we've seen
in quite some time. But look at this. Double orbs immediately brought out in the first gun round of play. One for Magix, one for Wonderful.
Interesting.
Now, this is one way to deal with holding on to some of this space here. Oh, that one's quite truly down the back pocket of patsy there. That one's gone down the belt buckle.
I do think we're going to see more and more teams not throw flashes like that and do the rugs variation we're seeing people do.
Sure.
Just because that flash is deep enough that anyone AWPing it doesn't have the chance to turn and turn back, which is, it seems very, very easy to do.
There's some really nice combos that people have to get this A main control, and I feel like as soon as, and that's the thing, another issue, I suppose, for the CTs is it feels like the Ts are knocking on all the doors at the same time.
Yes.
Right, dark, mid, A main, and B long. They all feel like fights. It's like, I don't always feel comfortable taking these duels.
That's fair. Especially, I mean, Patsy's probably the best player on Spirit to be taking middle in terms of...
Precisely. It's a bit grimier around the smokes and the thicker things.
You do have to kind of play an active defense. Well, Resalt's managed to jostle for control of A main.
You wanted some aggression. Chopper's just pushed out B long again.
Yes.
So the fact that they didn't smoke it, it was AWPed by Magix this entire time, has freed Chopper up to go for a walk now.
And if he does continue to push, this is where the information really starts to flow.
I just thought I had a touchscreen monitor there for a second. I was touching the screen and it alt-tabbed.
Oh, what a flash and what a spray. Wonderful gets a double assist on Siren, clearing out that A main position. And yep, plans are foiled.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's all it takes sometimes. Chopper's information helps set them up for an alley-oop on towards the A site. Siren with 2 and, well, forZe with 3 on the save. So a round finally. So what are we talking? That's probably like a spree of 16 or 17 rounds consecutively for forZe?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because it was,
it was 8-2, and then the game ended 16-8.
So they got like 14 rounds in a row, plus
that's
this.
plus 3.
Plus 3.
So 17. I was pretty damn close.
You nailed it.
Damn, okay. That was an accident.
This is the kill that did put Spirit's first CT round in quite some time. And it was off the back of double AWPs, not necessarily with them having to do too much AWPing. But we'll get to see it in the hands of Magix once again.
Where are these MAC-10s going? There's a few well, I want to say unarmored. There's 2 individuals without head armor on the side of Spirit here. It's going to be Wonderful and Siren. So they could get shredded. But one of the things is as well, it's like the harassment of this utility. You don't always know if your nades are hitting, but when it gets softened up for easier kills, that's where it really profits. Magix, nice shot. And this B main position, if... Jerry's going to disrespect this. Of course he is. He's ahead of it. Now, this is unknown. They have an idea that it is possible. You can see Magix get these feckles up. Wonderful has grabbed one to push through. Whoa. Well handled here. A good defense from Team Spirit.
Yeah, very nice finds.
I was going to say, B-Long as a CT, you kind of just want to smoke it. But if you smoke it, then they can get onto the right-hand side from your perspective as a CT, the left from Crud's perspective here. We've been calling that pool. So if you get across the pool, right, then you can pick it from multiple different angles. You can boost over the smoke. It just becomes very jarring. Whereas if you just have an AWP posted, you force them to either come and push you off the line, or you have all the information that nobody is facing B main. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to approach this, but it looks like we'll be getting another forZe save here. Now, the only weapon that they really have to hold on to is Zorte's AWP. Crad could go have a look if he'd like.
Yeah, I mean, he's got enough time to see if one comes to him, and he's also cognizant that there was an AWP. Resalt's death.
I'm going to see if I can get the social media activated here, Alex. I'm going to make a tweet.
Oh, yeah?
And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tweet the hashtag ESL Pro League. And when everyone at home hears me saying this, which will probably be slightly delayed from now, go find the tweet that I'll make and reply to it, and maybe we'll talk about it on air throughout today and the series. And I also wanted to bring up the fact, now I watched, I forgot the name of it. Netflix did a series about golf. So it's kind of like Drive to Survive. They also did one about tennis. I think the tennis one was called Breaking Point. But they did a golf one as well, and I watched the golf one. And now all I do is get notifications on my Google about golfing tournaments. And I don't actually watch golf.
Yeah.
I just like watching the Netflix show.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But yeah, the algorithms aren't always perfect.
No. I did hear about Greg Norman. He was a great Australian golfer once upon a time.
Greg Norman?
He started a rival league to the PGA.
Yeah, I've been getting stuff about Eddie the Eagle. You ever heard of him?
Eddie the Eagle?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a skier?
British ski jumper.
Yeah, okay. What's Eddie up to these days?
Well, he got banned from competition.
Poor Eddie.
The British team, the Olympics.
What did he do?
Well, apparently he was making a mockery of the
sport,
but he was actually doing all right, you know. And he was just an everyday Joe. He was just a random dude who was like, yeah, I guess I could try and be a ski jumper. And he ended up being the British representation at the Olympics one year.
All right. Well, shout out to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie the Eagle one time. And also, I've been sitting on this one for too long, Chad. Why don't they play poker in the jungle?
Why?
Because there's too many cheaters.
That's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Undeniable.
I can't argue with that.
Thank you very much. Now, we are going to be seeing a little bit of a different lay of the land. We've got 4 on this 4 spy, and Jerry does get cut down to size. Nice. Result's trying to keep the A defenders busy, and it's working wonderfully. Goes wonderful, and Siren found themselves still deeply embedded into the A site. And it puts Magix and Chopper onto a bit of notice. They run boost Brad across. Zorti connects. That is a perfect way to open up the B posting of the AWP. Chopper around the smoke.
Oh, the double up for Chopper. That's going to alleviate all the pressure indeed. Just one on Zorti, left stander, and he's been peppered on down. I don't think you'll be surviving this one, mate. No save for you this time round.
He wants the ace. Give it to him.
Hey!
Chopper takes all 5. A lovely defense of the B site, and it was threatening. They came his way, and he didn't have any sweat on the brow. 3 in a row now for Spirit as they finally return to their winning ways.
He couldn't have done that if he still had the beard.
It's true. Yeah.
Yanko, any comments on the beardless Chopper?
No, I think it looks good. Either way. You know, I just came here to learn more about Anubis with you guys.
Yes. Okay. Well,
I know Rush has the future pros and everything.
Well,
I think the go-to guy right now is Chad. No matter what Apex will admit or won't admit.
Oh dear. Well, Jerry, that was cheeky, wasn't it? This is Siren for 4, Alex.
1, 2, and not quite across the line. Patsy should finish the job. It's all good. Bomb's not going to be planted. Weapon is retrieved. Maybe Resolt's got another one in him. But all sorted. So Spirit, they do take 4. And I think what I'd like, Yanko, is you to put your strategic mind into CT options off the rip. So when we get a full gun around, a lot of the major complaints about Anubis, and I mean, I think that 14-1 Vitality phase game is a good example of it, is that when you play like a good T side, a perfect T default every time, you can get into positions where essentially the CT side is helpless. Like if they're playing it properly, if they're playing it well, you just have very little options to get that information in a disadvantage.
True, it's hard to punish the default, right? Like you don't
like
have...
You're not taking this fight.
Exactly.
You don't really want to be taking that one.
I feel it's not as jarring as Dust 2 CT side in terms of aggressive CT options. It will still come down to timing in a way, because you would get people to push long or upper tunnels, but that's when you had information coming through where the rest of the pressure was.
But where does that information start flowing?
Exactly. So I guess it's to do with mid pressure or... Ooh, Result over towards A main almost went down there. It's double orb still retained here for Spirit. Into the first fight. The basket's Molly. That is beautiful.
I don't see that one every day. Patsy's trying to recover. Oh, in the smoke. Jerry, did he work it out?
Jerry's talking a lot. Chopper worked it out first. That's another one there for Zorti, but here comes Chopper again. They know where he was.
He's been playing very well from that position. Result's managed to get himself all the way through A, so Patsy's got nothing to report.
This is a weird round. What did Crad just end up throwing? He was running back. He dropped a smoke of some variety. Okay. So they're worried about the Chopper push through Canal. That's what their biggest problem is right here. Now that Result has made his way around the world, all the way now through CT spawn, into cave, coming back through lane, they will know that B is clear. So their biggest worry has to be the big flank from spawn or Chopper again to rear his head.
He could have caught a good timing on this cross.
20 seconds.
How aware is Crad? This is the kill. Can Chopper. Oh, wow. Oh, perfection.
He's coming through. He's coming through.
No, Crad denied. They're going to win.
Someone's going to plant.
No one can
He can
find
just
him.
run away. He can just run away. They can't plant in time.
3.
Oh, my God.
Chopper with the clutch.
So Chopper offered his life up to Patsy there and said, hey, Patsy, all I want you to...
What a gangster.
Yeah, I think that says it all. I think he's now polished there, says it all.
Oh, man. This is how the round started. And Spirit leave with the win. We'll see it from Crad's POV because he got this frag.
Chopper goes down.
And then he starts to plant. And, I mean, the smoke is up. I mean, Crad's, you'd think, has won the round there, but he doesn't bother to go for anything safe.
Everyone's assuming at this moment that that smoke is a wall.
Yes.
And Patsy just creeps through. They're worried about the flank. They don't have no idea where Patsy's gotten off to, but they knew Chopper was in that position because he killed Jerry earlier in the round. But where Patsy, who knows? He's normally the mid player. He could be anywhere. What a wild one. Okay.
Thinking about it, though, I guess because of Resalt's info, he'd called all of, like, CT clear. It was Temple or Dark. Like, they were the only options.
Yeah, or the big flank potentially, which would have been funky, but it was still an option available.
Holy moly.
I think for forZe, that one is going to suck because you know you should have won that round, but at least there was only one staying alive. So you win this one, you win the next, and then you break their catch and you do a Mirage, right?
Well, this one and the next one, if they don't save, that's a lot to ask for from forZe, but here we go.
Just like that.
Entry kill helps.
As easy as that. Chopper, brave to peek around the dark again. Patsy, forward position. Double from Patsy.
I don't know why teams do that.
It doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. And look at that, obscure by the flames. Magix does manage to catch a whiff of Zorti.
I know there's util there and stuff, but if you're not going to harass, if you're not going to spam the smoke, if there's options open there, right? Players are going to push for those type of kills because we already know how difficult mid is to hold. So you have to take a risk. I think there's a lot of risk to take in middle on timings with the different util sets, what you're going to extinguish, when are you going to flash peek, how grimy you're going to be in situations. That was great from Patsy. Good stuff.
Especially considering the time too. You know, there's plenty of time. You don't need to rush that round in a 5v4.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have the number advantage, that's the one advantage you have, and a lot of time on the clock is the second one. You have plenty of space to work with.
I think now you'd be preparing yourself because this is actually a team spirit timeout here, just to settle yourself because you did have a real funky round, then you had a dominant round in back-to-back fashion. Now you're going to expect a bit of a half investment here with the loss bonus being maxed out. Look at that, he has all day of the week to be able to line these two shots up. Simple stuff. So now you're likely worried about a pocket strat, right? So this is probably what Hallie's reminding them of. Hey, when they played Anubis, they had this strat that they like going to. Let's just be prepared. Watch out for this type of a play. They like to smoke here, molly here. And we'll get to see that in the flesh because you can see Tech9s with a Deagle and a light bit of U2 available here for forZe.
Yeah, I mean, this, once again, seems to be coming down to the clutches, albeit a Patsy crazy one. Oh, flashes are fast. Very fast. This is promising. Across already. Chopper trying to get his gun out and only gets the one. It's up to Magix with that AWP. Hectic stuff. Cradcore out and Spirit do recover this control of the site. The bomb is lost. The round is 2 for forZe.
I guess they identified they were playing against this AWP, so they knew they could just run in. The one smoke they threw from spawn quite quickly was pretty cool as well. But Jerry, no luck here, unfortunately. He's had his moments. He's had some good shots, but I think this one is not going to be very doable against Wonderful. And there it is. So, okay, it's hard to understand how this game is going to continue considering Mirage, but Spirit are looking like themselves again.
I will say that 7 rounds on CT side is a very good haul.
It's a good bucket, yeah.
And Anubis has been the one really solid map for them this year, despite some of the losses, right? They seem to be enjoying it. Is there anything you guys seen so far that's like a little bit different than what most teams do?
Not really. They just pulled out double AWP immediately as opposed to waiting to bring it out later in the half. They've just been rocking double AWP the entire time as soon as they could. That was the first thing they brought out after they had lost the pistol with the conversions. Otherwise, it's pretty standard 2-2-1, right? Because of the double AWP, they're doing long info plays on pushes when there's a lot of pressure elsewhere on the map. Siren still just anchoring A on his own. It's pretty standard so far, I'd say.
But yeah, having the 2 mid definitely makes it less of a nightmare. When you fire off that AWP, you're going to treat Patsy differently as a product of that.
But it's just weird with the layering of util that forZe are doing here. You could smoke off the house and you could molly the doors. This is what they're doing right now. And then You either condition the response. Now they're spamming. See, they're aware that Passy likes to play behind this.
If he gets the same kill. Oh, ahead of the flash. It's just too easy.
But what smoke are they going through here? It is a CT smoke, so why don't you just wait until there's no CT smokes left in middle? There's only 5 smokes available.
And you don't know what's on the other side of that smoke.
Yeah, now it's happened to you twice. What are you forcing the issue for?
And I think that's a great example of why some teams play up slower.
Yeah, you remove the risk, but here we go. Patsy drops down behind them. Will get away with his life. The rotations here. Siren, Chopper, and Wonderful all about to lay down some damage. The bomb's loose. Jerry chasing the tail. Oh!
Too easy. Too damn good, Patsy. 14 and 2. This is an absolute drubbing.
Yeah, that wasn't a dramatic pause or anything. I just saw
action was going to happen. Yeah.
And I just, my first reaction is just stop talking. Just immediately stop talking. Don't try to do anything good. But yeah, look, you know, it's like 110 on the clock, right? And that's why we talk about Anubis T side and what we saw in the phase vitality game and whatnot, right? Like draining out the clock. More teams than outsiders do this.
A couple of nice kills and caught on the replay there. That was tidy.
Because it's just worth it, you know. Like on some other maps, there's also ways for you to get punished if you really wait it out that much, right? And they just keep re-smoking it or do something. On Anubis, that's not really the case. You know, it's much less of a risk.
I feel like even if you had to burn 2 sets of smoke molly just to rinse and repeat the same combo in the mid, it's worth it with how much mid gets you.
It's like, for example, like recycling the smokes on Mirage, right? Like you open with the window smoke and something else, then you re-smoke top con and re-smoke, you know, while they're one way in con leaves. Like that really enables you to take control of it and then do things around. The difference is, although both are sunny desert maps, you can do a lot of other things on Mirage if you see that's what they're going for, right? And there's really not much of a reaction for you on mid here on Anubis or on the sides of Anubis, and also mid isn't as wide, so you can't even fight for it as well. So that's basically the problem.
I will say though that the teams that have looked the best on their T sides are ones that are exploiting and punishing like these A mid splits. Like you rarely see, but anyone that has enough presence in mid that they can justifiably either cut the rotate off or be flanking into A, it's just so powerful. We haven't seen a single A hit out of forZe yet.
No, when they've tried to go, it's just been with pistols and they've just got pipped here. So it hasn't been a very good T-half whatsoever so far.
And another problem, like, for example, at overpass, you have this like monster creep out, right? Where if you do it methodically, you can find some good fights, maybe you can turn it around. Like that's also, or on Mirage, A abs before, B abs, the same. On Anubis, like these angles are terrible for the Ts. Like there's so many positions where the CTs can be, like creeping out for a 1v1 is actually very difficult to win against good anchors.
I understand why they're not applying all this pressure over towards the B bomb site here, but with the spawn time... Lads. With the spawn timing of how you can fight B on the T side, like you could just drop a molly in B main, throw a nade in it so visibility is really hard, and then try and fight behind it in towards the B site. That is going to either force them to smoke it off or to drop back into more passive angles, right? That's one area where I think you can condition early, or you can get in this flurry in middle and force them to use their util. A main is quite difficult, but there's good combo sets of util there to take A main immediately. We've seen it like even Madja like has a util set just to get full A main control for free. Well, not for free. You have to use a smoke and a molly, right? But you can get it.
And they have mid. So we get to see Spirit's kind of approach to losing mid control. Patsy's just going to be holding the A con, but it's been smoked off and pressure applied to Magic's Orb. So they confirm they have lost control and territory everywhere at the same time. Siren's gone down on the A main push.
It's an A split here.
This is perfect. This is actually exactly what we were waiting for.
Wonderful needs this kill on Crad. Shadow spotted. And now they're just going to run into A behind him here. Wonderful has to bail himself out.
Yeah, you can hear another one though. Wonderful. He's a very sharp soldier. Needs it on the quick scope. Need to finish him off. Shalfie delivers 2 on 3. And the bomb's under Patsy. He's handled it very well. Not going to be easy to get into this one. Look at this. The firing line. The firing squad ready. Raring. Deep smoke. Very well played. A gap though. And exploited. Patsy ahead of it. No time for anything, as Shalfie will just get shot in the back. And this is Patsy's world. We are just simply living in it. 19-3. The dude is comfortable. We talked about mid being a difficult one for the CT side. Not for Patsy, not against forZe. That was a bit of a goof, but of a block. Shalfie got shoved.
Yeah, that's one of the worst, is when you're throwing a nade and you get nudged by a teammate. That is like, or when you're throwing like the A ramp smoke and one of your teammates jumps through elevator room. It's like, why are you jumping the elevator room? You don't need to be jumping here. Why are you jumping? Just run so I can throw the ramp smoke and set you up for a couple of kills. That one really gets up my goat. Look at how much money is on Spirit. It just shows you how well things have been going. There's only one player with double digits. That's Zorti with 10 kills. Everybody else is 4 or less. It's 4 for Result, Crowd, Shalfie, Jerry with just 2. They try and mid again. Gentlemen. Gentlemen.
I've seen this movie before, chat. Many times.
They're just feeding him. He's getting some stats padded right now. It is just going to be Mr. Result on his own in the main. And he's locked in. Chopper's looking at this position. Hello.
I mean, the HEs are also intended to punish him, right?
Yep.
In a way, but either they're being missed or they're thrown through too far, too deep, basically.
Patsy's having a great time, isn't he? Just that kind of slightly smug, nonchalant grin.
I can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he even misses that spray. Still has all the time in the world to adjust to Shalfie. And then you can see DJ Halley taking a timeout. This one's called by forZe, their 3rd timeout in this first half, and I have a sneaking suspicion that 3rd map is going to be necessary. I'd be very surprised if we see forZe really dust themselves down and pull out a similar CT half as we've seen from Spirit here. It's certainly not out of the impossible realms, but yeah, I mean, Patsy's just been given so many gifts. He currently has like, 150 ADR in this half.
What's the usual damage looking like for forZe right now? Because they have been trying to get some nade damage in towards middle.
It's bleak. Yeah, about 20 to 50 on average.
Okay. So nothing to write home about.
Oh, opportunity. Wonderful. Does deliver. Big nade back, but an even keel. 4 on 4. Trying to play around this. Chopper's more than happy to sit forward. Responsible for the B main. He's got Patsy in support. There's so many smokes down on B right now. And Jerry trying to be the magic maker. A little gap held. Patsy does get traded. It's Crad over the top of that smoke.
Yeah, they're coming out.
Oh, panic. Smoke. Peek. Around. Yep, Siren's down. forZe. This is their best opportunity.
Oh,
to end
audacious.
With a 4th. They're just running at him, and Spirit will take it. What is going on here? forZe, the winners of the first map, absent on the second. We'll take a quick one, screw our heads back on as we prepare for the second half.
Some days I don't hit, I don't slay. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous. Down, wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need to brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got a problem, man. Perfect, let them watch me elevating. Got them nauseous, cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house and whoo. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I set it up. Bet you I shut it down. Watch how I get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner. Got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm a line, but the winner about the cage. I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no L's. I gotta get it. No call and quits. Yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. Better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move. You might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move. You might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move. You might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move. You might get knocked out. Knocked out.
Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit a Mikey for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Yeah, deal, be my source, Christian like Dior. Yeah, I can't start when I'm far, I just get back up. Yeah, I've been quiet all along on my TP toes. Yeah, I can't keep it to myself, I just give and go. I'm a visionist, yeah, you can't picture this, yeah. Ain't no way you cannot work me, boy, I live for this. Yeah, sipping essential, that's the essentials, I'm influential. Yeah, straight from the mental, that's fundamental, on instrumentals. Yeah, speed of the tempo, yeah, we got potential. Shoot a movie like I'm Denzel, running my route to the end zone. And they still can find me, man, you know where to find me. I'm trying to get me a Grammy so I can dedicate it to my granny. Look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the mood? Yeah, I just hit on Mikey for the
making magic when they need it most.
Well, forZe not happy with Anubis, that's for sure. This was Spirit's pick. It looks like they've managed to try and pull up their socks a little bit, get themselves into the right frame of mind to try and do what Spirit did to them. Typically rather T-sided, and, well, Spirit have 12 rounds going into the T side. Could be a quick trip before we find ourselves on Ancient. We really are traveling the globe here in our global offensive showdown. And I've got Janko Paunovic and Chad Burchill joining us here at the casting desk.
This might be it, Alex.
It might be. Oof.
Not again, Crad.
Oh, whoa. Jerry did not quite tame the beast that was the dual Berettas. Magix beats him out.
They've just run our pug pistol here. Smoke
Yeah.
window, drop mid, and split B.
It's working. It's actually working. Holy crap, the pistol demon. Go on, finish the job as well. He's had a quiet start, but his pistols live in infamy.
Has support here as well. That's a low result that's been spotted out and forced back from Chopper here. They're going to try and fight Magix. They're pushing Magix right now. The fight is coming. Crad leading that charge. Can't connect the dots. Result will, and Shalfie with the final. That's going to be a pistol for forZe. And now a mountain to climb.
Where were you when forZe changed the entire Anubis meta?
And we're fantastic on the CT side.
Yeah.
Hey, they had a flawless one on Mirage.
Yeah.
Different map, but they play well.
I
What was that shot?
Yeah, I think Jerry is all the right in the world to feel a bit robbed on that one. He
Yeah.
was full blind, 180, just hits it. Well,
Hey.
they're at least going to have 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's more than 1.
Russia, I made a tweet. I used the hashtag ESL Pro League, and there was something like 70 odd replies. Somebody asked if you were going to have an anime segment on this show.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Well, because Get Animated got cancelled, I
It
thought.
did get cancelled,
Yeah.
yes. I would like to see it. We can do a little
You
anime
canceled
talk.
it yourself, Rush, by the way.
Yeah, but he didn't like what the people at home were saying.
Yeah, that one guy said some mean stuff, so I wasn't happy about
Yeah.
that.
There is an anime store just around the road from here, Rush,
Huh?
called Animate.
Can we go?
Yeah, if you want.
That could be it.
We
this
can,
is a
we can
2-0.
buy you
I
some
like
manga.
how that sounded like, Dad, can you please take me?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Can
that
we
was.
go?
Buy you some nice toys.
Yeah, well, Chad knows the lay of the land, you know. I'm just, you know.
I know how to walk with my feet to a store that's just around
Is
the
it up
corner.
a hill?
Oh, probably. No,
Rush, it's further away than Raver. Let's say that much. Yeah, right?
I don't really want to do that. Then.
I have
We can take an
never-
Uber, though, right?
Yeah, you can take an Uber. I'll meet you there.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've never met a man that can make a single task
Seems so
last
difficult.
all day.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Sorry, guys. I
Nah,
gotta go to
can't,
bed.
man.
I gotta go to bed now.
Yeah, no, I've
Rush,
got
it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, but you know.
I like
it's
to
a-
watch stuff on TV before I go to sleep, so I'm not going instantly to bed, or else I'd sleep 12 hours a day, which is not the case.
Which wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, and go to the supermarket. I need to psych myself up, you know. I've got to have a shower and stuff, you know. I mean, it all takes time.
Let us know what mundane, everyday tasks you struggle with here at ESL Pro League. Use the hashtag ESL Pro League.
Yeah, get involved. Patsy is done exactly that as he does draw first blood for Team Spirit. AK's in play, 2 rounds already from forZe. This is the nade. Go on. Brutal.
Why weren't they ready for that? Like,
What?
why weren't they ready for 2 players walking up through dark?
Good question.
Like, why was nobody...
Well, they were holding it. I guess Jerry just was under the impression he could win that duel. But
A
AKV...
weird spot to stand, isn't it?
Yeah, not ideal. And this one, I mean, it should just be a formality now. Yeah, you've got third person here. Go on. No, it wasn't Patsy. Oh, quick adjust.
What?
Wrestle. does recover. And now with the man advantage, forZe have repelled the initial. Now Magic's just going to be staring at a smoke for another 20 seconds. Do they want to go back through mid? There's a lot of uncertainty brewing and a huge gap in that smoke.
With this setup right now, zordi can actually probably just stay here. Eventually they will question if somebody comes through middle to try and flank. That's what Shalfie's doing here. But they can sell the A-bomb site, right? And just go, well, let's just hunker down here considering the low HP of Result. Let's just try and win the round here on B. But they're about to get peeked on. It's a crawl, it's a creep, it's a fight.
Oh, and Result does not have the health for this. Oh! Okay, he does. Quad so far from Result.
Another ace?
Why not? Why not?
He's on the hunt. Wonderful's AWP would be a tasty prize. zordi's flanking as well. I don't think he'll get away.
Oh, Result. That's an ace to remember for him. Magnificent work. And 3 of them with 12 HP left.
That's a nice round, especially for someone who we haven't seen in an environment like this before, right? He's a young buck. Out here showing everybody what he's got. This second one, look at that.
Cool.
I'm curious what his sensitivity is.
Yeah, that's just a reaction shot, you know? Like
onto Drowley, of course. Hardy work, all right.
Wow, he's on the most basic sense of all. It is 1 on 800 DPI. Okay. He's actually on 400 at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very standard.
He does actually play, interestingly enough, he's got a zoom sense of 1.3. It's quite rare to see anything more than 1.1. That's a high acceleration. Not that he's zooming too much.
Yeah, but he is a zoomer.
Usually oppers play it at 1 or below.
Yeah.
Kind of to, you know, especially if they have high sense in general, to get a bit more of a feel.
They're having a great time over there. Having even a laugh about things on the forward side. Let's see if they can bring this back. 6 more consecutive to get us up to 12-12. Nice little nade here. There's a tutorial for everybody playing at home. That's a big chunk of damage. Jerry's down, however. Jerry, what's going on, mate?
Get out of dark, mate.
This is also very brave from... I know there's flames on them. Oh, okay, he's dead. Yep.
Very nice.
He'll take that one.
Shalfie flashed in. Patsy again on the angle.
The flash didn't do anything to Patsy there at all.
No. If anything, it only flashed his teammate.
Yeah, so it just made life a whole lot harder for forZe right here.
Needed that one. zordi gives them a chance to recover this one. As they haven't regrouped, they haven't got too much health to work with. And in fact, Wonderfuls hasn't even got Kevlar, just saving up his extra pennies. zordi, though, that is ambitious. Goes pushing up mid and does punish Magix.
That actually is crazy. Oh, dear. How has he got that?
Nutty. And there's Crad to finish. 7 for forZe so far. 4 rounds on the CT side.
Okay. All right. Not this again.
No, not this again.
Not this again.
No.
Come on now.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Well, there's a way, because there's a will.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
And a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
I can't believe you got away with that one as well. All right, well, here we go. Wonderful's AWP is out once more. Aggressive mid maneuvers. There you go. You can see that stifling utility in play. Neither team opting to smoke out dark here early, which is curious on either side.
Funnily enough, yeah, no one from forZe is trying to play in front of that mid-bridge smoke. But Patsy's all ready for these fights regardless. Just boost over.
They're going to push A here. Shalfie's joined them. They're definitely going to push A.
Wonderful's going to be tested then. Zorti's got his AWP in the right place for the duel.
Resort just needs to wait until there's a trigger on... No, this is not it. That's not it.
It ain't it, Chief. And Patsy's already worming middle as well.
If a player does that, you would have to think he has support, right? Because to do that solo without any... Like, is wild. But you also don't need to react immediately. That came in with still over a minute on the clock here. Oh, another desperate info play here. Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Crad gets to do some
He blocked it.
blocking. Hiding within it. Nice little angle. He can peek into Magix and another one as well. Magix could be a dead man. Well played by Crad. The 3v5 goes 3v4. They are running into zordi. No bait. Oh, problem. Run down.
Time.
Re-peek.
Have to go B.
They're going B on 20 seconds.
Siren has the gap. He's going to punish the rotation back. Crad won't expect Siren here. He's just going to swing out, and Siren's going to bop him.
Big jewel. Chance. Oh, and just shy. The smoke will bloom, and they will get that bomb down. Jumping through. That was a bit of a Hail Mary, but Jerry could make this a bit of a clutch. Can't transfer. Down to the one-on-one. Magix does secure it. That is Spirit's 13th. And it should mark the start of the end.
Bit sloppy there, wasn't it? All over the shot from both of them.
And going for that info mid as well. Was there a flash? We'll see it
No.
maybe.
There's nothing.
But he has a smoke on him, right?
Yeah,
see
you
there it
just block
drops.
with it. Yeah.
So why go for this before you've used your smoke or given it to someone, right? Like, that's extra utility your team can use.
And they hadn't lost any space across the map, right? They still had everything. They knew that there was a guy waiting outside A. They knew that they had foregone at least the mid-bridge. Fine. I understand the play in the terms of wanting to try and draw things back level and catch somebody off guard, but at that point, if you're Spirit, you get the opening P, it's like, all right, let's wait. We're going to expect an aggressive CT maneuver. That's one of the most common plays once you're down a man on the CT side, is to get some territory back. Another timeout called, another chance here for forZe, and if they could win this one, there's still a conversation to be had of bringing it back here, but that one didn't fill me with an awful lot of confidence.
Nor I.
I think the double AWP setup feels like it almost has to be mandatory. Like, just, it alleviates a lot of pressure, which we haven't said that about a map on the CT side in a very long time. Dust 2 was one where it wasn't mandatory, but it definitely helped. Right, Dust 2, you needed double AWP a lot of the time.
It's true.
Well, it was a nice field to whip it out, you know, sometimes to counter teams that play a lot of default. Double AWP on CT is to counter default and slow playing styles, and there's a lot of bait plays you can do with that. Right, when you do it in the first round, you can play both ops the same side. Right, you have a lot of players now, they see an op somewhere, okay, he's not on my side, so I can peek out and search for a duel, and that's where, you know, there's the second op just waiting for you, he can punish you, easy man advantage.
I really liked Siren's util set there. It's quite a threatening one, it denies anyone holding it from heaven. Molotov towards the...
Oh, the lurk smoke with the fountain mullet, yeah.
Just it's like an upgrade from what we saw Result doing, where he was just doing it in the mouth of main, but Siren kind of acquires that and then extends the pressure. They've got a 2-man A setup. It's about to be tested. 5 men barreling towards the A site. Not going to be easy for Crad. Already spotted. Chopper does meet Result. And just pipping him, papping him away. Poor Crad hiding in the smoke. Does position beautifully, but doesn't find the lethality. Patsy hiding in the smoke does catch another, and yeah, forZe just outplayed, outmaneuvered. There's nothing more for Zorti in this one.
Yeah, they have to save here. Cash not looking good whatsoever. That water, will Siren have heard a step? That's the bigger question right here. Jerry just making sure they can't chase this AWP away. So as long as Zorti gets to safety, Jerry's done his job. And Spirit will be getting himself up to 14 here. So just 2 more rounds until we'll be heading on to that third map of Ancient.
Well up for some Ancient.
Bit of a tour of the globe today. We're in Egypt here. We're going to go to South America next on Ancient.
Machu Picchu.
Where's
Chichen
Mirage?
Itza.
Mirage is Morocco, I think.
Okay.
Or Tunisia or Algeria, something like that.
something like
North
that.
Africa.
All right. So we've been all over the shop.
Inferno is Italy. Is that it? No. Where are the bells from? Mexico?
Oh, yeah, Italy's not a bad guess. I think it's actually in a place, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
is
and there's
it?
writing on the wall like with the language of some variety, right? Is it Italian?
Actually, the bells from the old Inferno were actually a part of a California thing, but it is
Is this your American accent right now?
Actually,
Apparently it takes place in Spain, but that's just a dude off Reddit.
Okay.
Similarities between the San Juan Capistrano.
Of course. We've all been there before. At least once or twice. Well, this is not looking good for forZe here early. Chopper and Patsy already have full mid control. They haven't had to do anything special to take it other than hold the shift key and occasionally glance with their crosshair where an enemy might be. So simple steps, simple stuff, and this really should be the round. The fact that they have been able to get this far into the back lines without anybody detecting it, the 2 saved guns are on the other side of the map here. Magix just needs to scoop up that bomb. They will be clearing out main momentarily. It'll be a pincer maneuver between that of Patsy and, well, I guess Siren doesn't need to be required for this one. He's not going to knife him. He's just going to shoot him. And that'll be that. Hello. Oh, Magix needs to hightail it here. So the flank, a problem. An extra gun to scoop up. That'll be nice for forZe.
Yeah, that's a win in itself.
They have a kit here, a smoke and a molly, but I don't think they want to look for this.
I think it's just if Jerry finds something, they're close enough to perhaps help. But yeah, no, they're already back and away. Jerry wants to keep some feet on the floor.
A bit of
Chopper's
tickle
already on
damage.
B, yeah, like he really wants to take any of these safe guns away.
Can't blame him.
Can't fault that at all. Zorti's holding it though.
It's good to see them bounce back from map number 1 as well, where it looked like they were just completely discombobulated. It didn't look like they were even in the server after that 8-2 lead that they had accrued. Chopper might take this AWP away here. Look how close he's creeping under this. Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. Zorti now knows that he's up close and personal. Jerry will lose his life and his rifle, and they will back on off. So there's 15 secure. Thank you very much. Well, 2 blowouts.
Yeah. Well,
when that happens,
hopefully
right?
it makes up for a
Exciting third
map decider. Yeah. Whoever wins this game is in the playoffs. Dude.
Yeah, that's real life.
Like, you know, it's an important game. And I think Spirit makes it either way, but forZe, it's tough, right? Like, we've seen the teams that are in that mid bracket. Some of them will have to go to the lower bracket. Like, this might be your best chance to book yourself a playoff spot.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's a very good point, especially considering the scalps that are waiting in the wings of that next stage, lower bracket.
Yeah, he's going to get booked on this unless there's a flash.
Oh, he thinks better of it. The flash comes through, but Crad does not. Magic's making no secret of his jumps for info.
Whoa.
Jerry beheaded again, this time at the hands of Siren. Straight into the site. Crad responsible for the dark room.
He's in a tough position. Whoa, okay. Running around corners with nades in the hand. Thank you very much, says Result. Takes down Chopper. Crad's in an awkward position here. The smoke actually helping him a lot. And Zorti's coming to clear things out.
Oh, Crad, where are you at? Couldn't provide assistance, but he might go uncleared. This is in the element of surprise now for the CT. Siren being very diligent. And the flash and behead Result. That's a big round now from Siren. Triple, but not ready for Crad. That's positioning, rewarding. And now he wants to take that fight. Magix has the bomb. This is round defining. If Crad can somehow isolate this duel. They're coming Temple. Crad has to be aware of that. Hidden from it for now. Wonderful has joined the party, and to be cleared, a good shot from him. Takes us to a third. A spot up for debate and one map to separate them. It is a domestic derby. forZe Spirit will conclude on Ancient. Don't go too far.